In this video, we will discuss about Fabry disease. Fabry disease is basically occurs because of the mutation of GLA gene that is responsible for producing an enzyme in lysosome, and the function of that enzyme is to recycle, or we can say that enzyme works as a recycling machinery within the lysosome. That it will recycle the proteins that will come to the lysosomes in the form of breaking down the proteins and recycle the amino acid uh, for mRNA translation. So if that enzyme is not available, or we can say there is a mutation in enzyme because of which it is not functioning properly, then that might lead to certain changes, and that changes will affect the overall health of the patient. So what happens is that because of the absence of this enzyme, this GB3, uh, or we can say this GB3, the amount of GB3 will increase within the cells, or the intracellular concentration of GB3 increases, because in case of Fabry disease there is no process of taking care of controlling the GB3 concentration. So when the GB3 concentration increase, what happens is that it will make a clathrin coated vesicles. The function of this clathrin coated vesicles is that it will provide a coating for the proteins through that, or we can say, let's consider rephrase the sentence that clathrin coated vesicles will provide the coating during the endocytosis process. uh, that is, it will support the endocytosis process. And so what happens when this clathrin coated vesicles forms, that it will go to the early endosomes, and here since there is no availability of the enzyme that will control this GB3 accumulation, the increased concentration of GB3 and this clathrin coated vesicle will leads to increased expression of RAB5 and EAA1, and uh, with time this clathrin coated vesicles will move to the plasma membrane of the cells, or we can say the GB3 accumulation at the plasma membrane of the cell will increase near the at the plasma membrane or near the plasma membrane. And more clathrin that are available at the plasma membrane, it will encourage more endocytosis, as it supports the endocytosis process by providing coating to the proteins. So let us understand what will happen because of this clathrin, because of this excess clathrin available near the plasma membrane. So what happens is that when this GB3 or clathrin, when this GB3 accumulation increase, or this GB3 expression near the plasma membrane increase, and at the same time this clathrin concentration also increase near the plasma membrane, so it will this GB3 will encourage the formation of ROS, and this ROS formation will triggers the adhesive mechanism that will leads to uh, uh, secretion of this P-selectin, ICAM and VCAM at the cell surface level, and uh, this will encourage or promote uh, this will release the signals or cytokines that will encourage or promote the adhesion, and this adhesion will cause more of this proteins to come near the epithelial cells. And since the catherine are present near the epithelial cells, it will uh, increase the endocytosis of these proteins, and this will leads to the secretion of this mononuclear leukocytes and neutrophil near the membrane, and this MPU secretion will also occurs because of the endocytosis of MP, and all this will finally goes to create the formation of fibrinogen that will leads to fibrin and then the dimer formation, and at the same time this TPA formation will also related to the pre-thrombosis condition. This pre-thrombosis condition, as we know, that it will leads to coagulation of the blood within the blood vessels, and the main reason for this is that it will stop the secretion of, it will stop or disrupt the formation of this alpha 2 antiplasmin, and the excessive condition of this or exaggerated condition of this will even leads to a stroke risk because of the coagulation of blood within the blood vessels that will restrict the blood flow within the blood vesicles. So this is how a Fabry disease might contribute to the stroke risk. If you need to understand more about this disease in detail, you can go through the references that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.